G'day, guys. It's Nelson from Job Pedal, and I must admit I've reverted back to my naughty student days because I'm joined here by the teacher, Mr. Pierce. You're going to put me on detention?
Well, not yet. It all depends, Nelson. See how we go.
Well, I'm a rebel by nature. You know, we don't need no education.
Well, now you're on.
Yeah. Well, you actually do, because SECTA offers a great education, from my understanding. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Well, it must be because you are a veteran of the game, despite the fact you look. You know, I was expecting to invite you to your 21st birthday party. But,
well, yeah, you're close. 30, yeah.
But 30 years you've been doing this.
Over 30, 33 years. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Has it changed a lot since you started?
It has, definitely. The training definitely has changed. The industry's changed. The guards' behaviour's changed even. But
Yes.
look, the industry's changed dramatically in that time.
I have seen Underbelly, and it seemed like a very different beast back in the cross.
No comment on Underbelly, but look, King's Cross you mentioned, that's changed dramatically in relation to licensed premises and regulations around it. So, but
Did you ever work in that area?
I did. Yeah.
Wow, what was that like?
There's good and bad.
Yeah.
I've worked with some great people in the industry, especially in there. I've trained a lot of guards in the King's Cross CBD areas, and did some compliance up there. So they're good people. They do a good job.
And that was before RSA and all that stuff, right? When you kicked off in the beers.
Probably. It's when we didn't have licenses back then. We just had to go along with the flow and learn as you go. So
Yeah, you probably wouldn't have kicked me out of venues. I was born in the wrong era.
you look familiar, so I'll look you up.
Yeah, great. So you've been teaching for a while too.
Yes, I have. Yeah.
And I imagine you would have students who are very different levels of competency and academic ability. What sort of things do you do for students who maybe fall behind in the class?
Well, we give them a lot of support. SECTA here, it's our job to give them a lot of support. They fall behind on mainly the procedures and legislations and definitions a lot.
Right.
So,
do you have an example of where that might be?
Yeah, look, positional asphyxia, they hear those type of words they've never heard before, those escorts and all those things, especially, the legal definitions.
Right, because everyone knows a certain definition for escort, but perhaps it's not akin to
and we make sure we get that one right.
Do people often get confused about that?
They do.
Do they think they're at the wrong school, training for a totally different industry?
Well, we do, and we talk about the risks associated with that too.
I knew you had a double life. It's like Pretty Woman, in Granville.
We stick to the program here.
So before students get into the classroom, do they have homework, sort of theoretical study material they need to engage with?
Yeah, absolutely. They do online Moodle, which is very, very important before they enter the classroom. So there's a lot of learning, a lot of research they have to do. It's not overly, hard, but they have to do it. There's a lot of homework.
Right. So I should never do it. I think I'd fail immediately.
I think you'll be okay. We'll look after you here. SECTA, that's what we do, Nelson.
Thank you very much. And then once they've done that, what happens then? Do we get into the more practical stuff?
Definitely practical. We have 18 practical scenarios we go through in a 2-week program, which is very, very intense, I guess. But there's 18 practicals and a lot of written associated, assessments we go through as well. We help them, though. Help them through it.
Great. So I guess to do well at SECTA, you got to complete the modules, do that stuff, and just give it your all, right?
Yeah, and they do. They do a great job. Look, they've never done it. A lot of people from different backgrounds, communities. They've arrived in Australia not long ago, and this is new to them. So, and there's people that are born here and they've grown up, and it's a new career. They want to change, do something different than driving a truck or being a teacher even. So,
yeah, what do you think it is that it gives people studying security? Is there a sense of purpose that sort of comes with that too?
Yeah, I asked that today. I asked my students today, what is it about security? What has attracted this, entering a course like this? And some of them say it's a part-time job, it's extra money. Some really want to make a career out of it. And I say most of our students want to make a career out of it, even if it's, they see these opportunities. I've worked around the world, I've worked around Australia. And look, I don't put myself down that much, but hey, if I can do it, anyone can. And it's just about educating yourself, doing a course like a Certificate 2 in Security Operations like at SECTA. We've been doing it a long time here. I've been here for nearly 18 years, and the people I've met along the way, even still seeing the industry,
Mm.
you know, I'm very impressed. I mean, so.
If someone was sort of flirting with the idea of doing a sector course and getting in security, what are the best perks of the job you'd recommend?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of industry support out there. I wouldn't
Yeah.
say perks. I mean, there's perks when you work with good people, good companies, good organisations. There's a lot of organisations that, you know, probably provide on-site training, some free courses of their own, some education, professional development. They're into that, so there's a lot of that available to them, and there's a lot of opportunity to scale up the ranks into a supervisor and management position, anything you like.
So if you're an ambitious young cat, it's just go
Mate,
do
the
it.
sky's the limit.
Yeah.
Sky's the limit. I mean, if you want to, it's most common sense. A lot of education, I guess, as well. But a lot of you know, if you're confident, committed, you can go a long way. So,
Well, I'm going to get out and enroll now. Tony, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you, Nelson. Thank you.
And maybe we'll do that detention.
Not yet. Well, I'll make some notes.